Hey, I'm Daryl Cagle, and here is part two of my Mike Pence and Trump doggy cartoon. I'm now going to be coloring the cartoon in Photoshop. I just took a few minutes to scan it, and I have not yet pieced the scan together. Let's look what we got in Photoshop. In case you're wondering, this is what I do. This is my Wacom tablet, and I'm drawing on it with the stylus like this on my drawing table. And this is yesterday's Trump cartoon with Melania, so we will close that one down. Is the Wacom tablet working? Looks like it is not. What's up with that? Oops, don't want that. Am I going to have to go offline for a little bit and restart? Okay, let's go up to my settings, find my Wacom tablet. Supported tablet was not found on the system. Oh, I unplugged something over here. See, everything is too complicated. There, now it's found. And is it working? It is. So I think I'm well here. See, expect everything to go. Oops, that's wrong. Back to Photoshop. Open. Now go find a Pence doggy. Open all three scans. Open. And let's start with the left. Make this grayscale. Okay. Really didn't want to expand the window, did it? Stretch the window. 0, 0, 0. Now let's do our canvas size. Let's make that 18 inches wide and 12 inches tall. Move him over here. Let's see if that's enough space. Maybe 19 inches wide. Put him over here. Come on, move. Stop your fussing. Alright, what have we got on the right? Is that? No, it's not going to be far enough. We have to grab some middle here. So here, let's grab some middle. Back to the left. Let's put in some middle. That'll go here. Now let's position it just right. Does that look right? Looks right at the top and not at the bottom, doesn't it? What's it look like at the bottom? There we go. Gonna have to compromise because I didn't quite get it straight. That's good for the top. See what we got on the bottom. that's looking okay. Got a little bit of junk going on in the shadow there. A little bit over here too. Okay, I think that's working. Alright, let's go to the right. And we'll collect this stuff. Looks good. Back to the left. Paste that on there. This is all because I don't have a giant scanner, you know. Perhaps I should spring for a giant scanner and save all these minutes. Okay, I think that's probably looking about as good as I can expect. Let's flatten. Move them all a little bit to the right, so I'll have a little more room for fingers there. And then let's grab this. Okay, copy new, paste. There he is. Let's make our image size 1000 dpi. Width is 8. Height, let's make this a little taller. Let's see if it goes to 5 and looks okay. Not sure it will, but maybe it will. Yeah, that looks okay. It's more traditional editorial cartoon shape. And so let's flatten and unlock. And we'll make it contrastier. I like for it to be quite a bit contrastier. I need to do a few passes at this because Photoshop is not the best for doing what I tell it to do. Come on now, you need to think. Every so often it needs to think. Oh, Shoelace, thank you for following. Give it one more shot. And we will bitmap. And save as. Doggy shadow. 1000 dpi. Okay. Now I have to go in here and clean this puppy up. Housekeeping time. This is bitmap, okay. Sometimes it doesn't want to deselect. And I'm just cleaning out the hickeys, folks. Cleaning out the hickeys. Okay, let's give him some what's a good brush to use? 11 looks good. Let's go with 11. Opacity 100, and this will be 0, 0, 100. Select all. Sorry about those little bumps, those little little command boxes. Deselect. What happens when I bump the button on my Wacom stylus? I should figure out a way to disable that, as it is not something I use. Perhaps it would be if I got into the habit of using it. There are lots of little command things on the Wacom stuff that I have not gotten in the habit of using. Unclogging the lawnmower. I'm not sure I understand that. No red ties. How happy am I with his face? I have to decide now. Oh, his fingers were halved. Yeah, kind of like playing with the blender too, huh? The blender, the lawnmower, table saw. Oh, you like the Pence? Or you just like his jaw? Pence doesn't really have a very distinctive jaw. I think he's not a very fun guy to draw. Not much going on with him. part of the cleaning up is a little bit of fixing some details that I could have drawn a little bit more elegantly the first time. Although typically this stuff, these kinds of changes are pretty unnoticeable. Most notable thing is that the little hickeys will be gone. So quiet. All right. Okay, I think that's it. Let's save that. Now I'm going to call it grayscale. Let's make it 500 dpi gray. And we'll make it grayscale. I'll add some layers. Background at the top. Background has to unlock. Put that at the top. Go to the top. Now let's select all the white. Color range. Okay. Delete. Now I want to select the inverse. That can be 100 of everything. Fill. Okay. Now let's make the background layer all fill white. Oops. And let's see what we can do here. I think I know that I'm going to want a gray, probably 25. And, all right, gray 25. Image size to be 500. Okay. It's a little big. That, oops. That goes there. however I handle the color, I know that it's not going to look good in black and white. So I need to do the black and white version separately. His hair is so white. I'm not sure I should give it any in the shade, huh? Maybe I should. It's going to look wrong. Okay. Go a little bigger. I think can probably have 35 for his suit. Let's go with that. So the suit is darker than the shadow. You can see me doing this on my Wacom tablet if that is what you might prefer. I can tip it a little bit too. The hand on the Wacom tablet view. Okay. Oop, wrong layer for that one. Alrighty. I could leave it at this, but I think I'm going to try a little bit of texture. Let's do that. Let's have some texture on the floor. Okay, so a little bit of texture going on there. Let's go for a little bit of white to break up this shadow. bad. Go for a little bit darker here. Okay, let's try a little bit of lighter gray tone. A little bit lighter still. A little bit less hard. You have a little bit of... No, you don't do that with his eyes. You make his eyes lighter than the rest of him. Alright, maybe that is all I need. And I should just go simpler with it, huh? Simple is better. Let's do that. Go with this for the black and white one. Do just a little bit of cleanup here. Alright, let's save this. I think I'm going to go in here and clean this one little point where the so a little bit better. Oh, let's give him white eyes. That's kind of funny. Do that up here with some color. A little bit haunting to do that, huh? Do I want him to have the white eyes? No, red tie's right. The Trump is funnier, but you could have had Melania holding the leash and casting the shadow. You need to do a Melania. I did Melania yesterday. No red ties. Did you miss me yesterday? Go to darylkegel.com and you will see yesterday's cartoon. Okay, I think this black and white version is done. I'm going to flatten and save as. So no red ties. Go to darylkegel.com and look at yesterday's Melania cartoon. Finder's working slow. You don't need to see this. It's just saving a file. Date. Image 1135. Save. No. Wait. Cancel. Now, did I get something wrong on his eyeball here? I think I did. I think I want to clean this up. So let's get rid of that eyeball error. That's okay. Not quite okay. Let's add a new layer. The bottom layer needs to be all white. Ooh. Bottom layer needs to be all white. And then we'll flatten again. And save. Let's save as again to see if we've got a file that's the right size. 3.3, 2.0, okay, it works. Good. Now, let's close all that. Don't save. And we'll go back to the line drawing. Of the Pence doggie. There. Now it's going to go into color. This will be save as. .500 dpi. CMYK. Okay. Now let's make it CMYK. Give it some more layers. I'm sorry, folks. I'm going to have to turn on the air conditioner again. It's getting hot in here. Sorry about that. Don't want me to be sweaty. Select color range, okay, delete. Now we want the inverse, and I want to fill it with 100% black, 0, 0, 0, 100%, fill once, fill twice, fill 3 times because Photoshop resists me, but resistance is futile. Alright, that looks good. Come back down here and make that 100% fill, oops, 100% fill of white. Make my top layer multiply. And let's change our image size to 500. That'll take it a minute. You know the other view's better. I'll go back to that. Oh, no red ties. You went back and looked at my Melania cartoon. You know, it's funny. Melania wants to be taller, And Trump, who is really quite tall in real life, wants to be small, shorter in editorial cartoons. I think he's just going to grow quite short. Okay, what do we want to do here? Let's try just... Well, if I don't know what to do, I'll start doing the things that I do know how to do. So let's go with flea. F-L-E-S-H, flesh. We'll do Trump's flesh. Let's make him 20, 40. A good kind of orange. Is that an orange enough? 25. 50. Is that a good orange? That is a kind of a funny orange. Maybe a little lighter. Alright, let's try that. It's kind of a funny flesh tone, huh? Soften it up. No, ties rise. Reminds me of the GOP babies throwing food at each other. I think that was the one where Trump didn't go. Yeah, it's one of my oldies. I'm not too happy to draw those kinds of cartoons, though, because they are not evergreen. They're only good for a couple of days, and they go stale. And you don't sell any reprints. This one may not be so stale. Pence may remain the doggie for quite some time. Okay, let's give him a little bit of shading. Just a little. Okay. Try some white. Give him a little bit of hair texture. How about we give him a kind of a blue suit? let's put a suit here. And it can be 60 cyan, 20, 10, 30, 20. What do you think of that? Blue suit. Let's give it a try. Opacity 100. Brush hard. Small, because I'm going to do the edges, and flat. No, it doesn't need to be that dark. It can be a little lighter. How does that look? Looks dark enough. It's going to really darken up in print. So we go with that. And I think I am going to give him a red tie. I'm sorry about that, no red ties. I know it's a sacrilege. But he is a Republican. Okay, that's a nice looking little suit. Let's give him his red tie. I'll lighten it up a little bit. Let's make his shoes just a little darker. Let's give him 20 in the shoes. If you don't make the shoes the same family color as the suit, they look like they don't belong in the same universe. It just looks wrong. Okay, I can give you all a respite from the air conditioner. I think I'm okay for a few minutes. Okay, he's a funny Trump. Now the shadow. Let's go with shadow here. I want that to be just black. Let's go with 10, 10, 10, 20. How's that? bit. I'm going to have to add a little bit of texture. Okay. That's looking right. Let's give it some white to soften it up. I think that may be all that I do. Better to be simple, huh? And that's simple. I don't want to draw that much attention to the leash by making it another color. Not sure I want to give him eyeballs either, like I did in the black and white version. I think this may be just all he needs. Go with this, keep it simple. I'm leaning toward quitting right now. Question is, do I give Pence white eyeballs? Is that better? Maybe. Just a little bit wider. Yanul, right, sorry for the ignorance, but who's the one who's supposed to be a dog? That is Vice Presidential nominee Mike Pence, the governor of Indiana. Yanul, I'm guessing you live in a different country. Okay, I can do just a little bit more futzing around detail if I'm not quite ready to quit. But I think I am just about ready to quit. All right, I think this is done. I think I don't even want to put any shading details in the Donald suit like I usually do. Because whatever details I add just makes it seem more complicated. Alright, save. Okay. So that That's my archive copy with layers. Now I'll flatten and save as to my finished files. I'll save it as a TIFF and see if it's small enough. 1135B. Don't need a color profile. Save. Okay. Now let's save as and see how big that was. That was 3.2 megabytes. Pretty small. Alright. Good. I think that's done. Alright, you've seen it all. We have finished it. We've colored this one in less than an hour, which is fast for me. So, not quite sure what I'm going to draw next time, but take a look at this on darylcagle.com if you haven't seen the whole video and you want to see more. You can also look at yesterday's Melania Trump cartoon. And thank you so much for joining me, folks. That is the... Oh, yeah, it's got my signature. It's got it right down here. See? Here at the left. So, I think we're all good. Thank you, folks. Thank you, No Red Ties. Yeah, Newell, you need to follow me. I really need the follows. And I'll see you guys later. Thanks, folks. And that is the end of today's recording. Thank you so much. See you next time.